I want to move on to the real part. We're driving business to the listing, but before that, I want to cover one more area, which is very important. Again, if we are looking for the equivalent on Walmart for what exists on Amazon, that's the Prime. It's the Prime. If you are a Prime listing, if you're using Amazon FBA, you become a Prime listing. What is the concept on Walmart, and what are some benefits or advantages, I should say, or no difference at all? Walk us through that part of it.
So great question. So Walmart has something called W, which is the equivalent to Amazon Prime, right? And the program launched a few years ago. We were, as sellers, we were the first batch of sellers within the program when it was in beta, and since then it's been growing. The program is expanding a lot, and it's basically the equivalent to Amazon Prime. They have fulfillment centers all over the US. You make a shipment, you send in your product to them, they handle all the fulfillment and logistics. Then your listing gets a badge that it's WFS and estimated 2-day delivery. And then what that, not only that increases your conversion rate, makes a better customer experience, but Walmart clearly states that they'll rank your listing higher by enrolling in that program and by your product being part of that program. So it's sort of a no-brainer. For any items over $35, it's almost always a no-brainer. Items under $35 sometimes make as much sense, because in order for customers to get the free shipping, their basket has to be $35. So if your product is a product that customers are buying in a bigger basket, like usually they don't come to Walmart to just buy that product, then it's fine. But if your product, people just come to Walmart, they'll just buy that product and leave, and your product's priced at $20, sometimes it doesn't make as much sense to be in WFS because of that. One important thing to note about WFS, if your item is $9.99, make it $10, because any items under $10 get an extra fee of $1. So you might as well be $10 and you get $1 less in fee. So yeah, that's just important to know about WFS. The program, is growing rapidly, similar to, Amazon. It's like, it's not perfect. They make some mistakes. We actually have the only Walmart reimbursement solution, and it's called Refund Stacker, and we work like on auditing WFS shipments. And what we've seen is, in a lot of ways, it's very comparable to Amazon. They do a good job on most things. They're very easy to work with. So they have US based support for that we work with, and they're able to just solve issues really quickly. So they're a great program, and they're growing really quickly, and they're putting a lot of effort and investment into it. So yeah, we're strong believers in WFS, and it's going to make all your efforts go much further.
And WFS program rates, is it just like Amazon per item, no matter where it ships?
So very, very comparable to Amazon. It's like per item, and then there's going to be, the fee, and then there's going to be storage fee, and then for the rate for shipping into them, they have a big contract with FedEx. The rates are very low when you're shipping into them, similar to how Amazon has those lower rates. Sometimes we see the rates on Walmart are even lower, sometimes much lower than Amazon for shipping it in. So yeah, there's good inbound rates as well.
Okay, cool. So pretty much works the same way. That's what I'm understanding. Regarding the fulfillment aspect of it, what about dangerous goods? Because some items can be categorized as dangerous goods, even though they're not really dangerous, but categorization renders class 8, class 6, whatever. Is that accommodated?
So there is, I don't want to misquote here, but there is, our team deals with this a lot. There is certain categories that aren't allowed hazmat, certain categories that aren't allowed, and certain categories that have limitations, right, and restrictions. I'm not sure exactly what they are. We have somebody on our team that handles all that stuff, so I'm not exactly sure what those are, but I know that sometimes things are miscategorized, and you just have to work on getting those categorized, and they will allow them. Some things, they don't allow. One important thing to note that they don't allow is anything that has to be refrigerated, anything that has that has to be refrigerated, they don't allow. And anything, I think it's over, if I'm not mistaken, 150 pounds. But for the most part, most other things are allowed.
So I'm assuming there is an approval process if your product is a hazmat classified product.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Because that's a while ago, a long while ago, Amazon did not accept anything hazardous into FBA.
Yeah,
So
so
it was just
I
not
don't, I
allowed.
have to check with my team on that. I know the Hamilton limitations are very limited. It used to be more limited. It's been changing a little bit, so I'm not sure exactly what that is. But they have the information on their seller help guide about that. So I'd definitely double check on that.
Okay. So Michael, believe it or not, it's almost coming up to almost the shy of an hour. So we're gonna have to bring you back because we just started talking about this. So I mean, I love this conversation because you're giving us very important things. So let's spend 2-3 minutes before we move on to my favorite part of the show, but driving business to the listing.